What's going on, everybody? Look here. Um, I am both on YouTube and TikTok, so it's gonna be a little interesting. It's gonna be a little interesting. I ask that you bear with me. All right. I ask that you bear with me. It's gonna be okay. Here's the thing. So look here. Like I said, I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. And we can't be doing that. And I just want to give a few disclaimers. Number one, I don't have nothing that really is going to make sense to wrap my head at this moment. So I just put my hood on, and I got these glasses on because we about to get serious up in here. So that's what that's about. I hope y'all are having a great day. I really do. The topic of today is trauma and drama bonding. That is trauma and drama bonding. You might see me scribbling a little bit because my things might pop up in my head and I have to write them down so I can get my points across and not forget. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that's okay with you guys. It's going to take some patience, but we're going to get into it. You know what really brought this up? This is a talk and a story time session. Again, this is trauma and drama bonding. We're doing talk and story time. And this really came about as of the events of yesterday. I knew that I wanted to talk about this. See, part of my mission and what I feel is very important to do is number one, be myself, but number two, talk about things that are impacting me because I know just by default, I'm not the only one on this planet that is going through what I'm going through or have had the experiences that I've had. So we share experiences because there's so many of us. So just in sharing, it is truly caring. I really believe that sharing is caring because we sit up and we talk to one another and then we realize and learn how to move forward, we heal, all of that. It's very important to share. So with that being said, oh, switching the Wi-Fi. With that being said, it starts with me first, and that's what it's about, to share the story so that y'all can really make some connections. I think it's helpful. I really do. I think it's helpful. I got a phone call yesterday. Now, something I noticed is very interesting. Again, I got these glasses. We go get deep, honey. Something that's very interesting about things is that I realized just a while ago the dysfunction that was going on in my family that I was born into, not the one that I have created, the one I was born into. I noticed that our dynamics of connectivity is surrounds trauma and drama. And see, this is very important for you to recognize your family dynamic because that's part of where it begins. If you can identify your family dynamic, then you can begin to break down who you are and what role you play in this dynamic. I mean, because for Christ's sakes, we always need to know what game are we playing? What role are we entering? It's important to know for nothing better than and deeper than just evolvement. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we down here, we might as well grow. I really believe that's what we're here for, to grow and to experience. Some of us take this life. I'm not saying don't take it serious, but some of y'all stroking out over life, and you don't need to do all of that. You don't need to do all of that. I mean, everybody is getting tested. Let me go ahead and let you know that everybody's got their own stuff. Everybody's got their bag of stuff, period. So take comfort in knowing that you're not the only one that is living life. I think sometimes we like to get in that mind frame of, oh, I'm all alone and nobody understands me. Oh, on the contrary, people understand what you're going through. Somebody does, because somebody done been through it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody been through it. So I recognize that my family dynamic is based on trauma and drama. And I got a phone call from a loved one yesterday Which out of, even though I'm transparent, I still have to use discretion, even in transparency. You know what I'm saying? Because this is other people that I'm talking about. And it's just unfair to just be, putting them out there like that and they don't know. So, um, I get the phone call from one loved one regarding another loved one. And I'm getting the 411 about what's going on. Now, honestly and truthfully, I'm already over it at hello. I'm going to go ahead and be honest, but out of a routine and out of, sometimes whether it's right, wrong, lack of self care, or lack of boundaries, whatever it is, sometimes we allow people to call us and elaborate on things that's really not beneficial to us mentally, physically, because of the way that we take in information and the way that it's processed and then the way that it manifests throughout our day. That's very important. Okay. And so, but knowing all of this, we allow them to begin to say what they're going to say. So they're unloading the clip, baby. Okay. Family members be calling with like loaded guns of information. Pow, pow, pow. Again, I'm speaking from my experience. So if you are in agreement with what I'm talking about, or if you can relate, then that is might just be me and you. Or it might just be myself, but I doubt it. Um, on and on and on and on and on. What do you think? I'm so, and the person's always bewildered. You know what I'm saying? They're bewildered, honey. They are out to sea without a paddle. They're on the phone, bewildered. Meanwhile, you're on the line like, okay, but it's always some bullshit with that person, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bullshit episode 75. Like, at some point, we just realize that. Like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. And maybe it is a bit little. I could see where you would think this is very bizarre or ludicrous or kind of over the top, considering the information you know. But you also got to know that people don't owe you all their business. So you feel like, they hiding something from you, they lying, whatever you feel like. The truth is, and see, that's the problem in our community, that is lack of boundaries. We got to address it to transmute it, right? It's a lack of boundaries. Because in our family, we feel like a person that we're related to owe us all they business. Now, I will say this. Now, this is where this whole hookup I just said kind of alters. If you always calling my phone, asking for my money, my time, my resources, my car, or whatever the ignorant ass fuck you need, I have a right to know what's going on. I have a right to know what BS am I walking into. I have a right to know what thing you trying to set me up for because you asking me. You know what I'm saying? So I can say no or I can say yes, but you're going to tell me what's going on because I'm not walking into nothing blindly. I get that. I do get that. But technically, even still, a person don't owe you their business because when they ask something for you, your response is either you can do it or you can't do it. But see, we as a people, we feel entitled to everybody's business, even when we're not contributing to nothing they got going on. And then we got the nerve to be betrayed because somebody or feel betrayed. I'm sorry, let me be clear. We have the right to feel betrayed because we feel like they did something to us by not disclosing all of their business. And see, you know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of distorted perceptions. And even in these distortions, a person will argue you up and down, tooth and nail. Oh, they will. Oh, they will. People will fight you. One thing about beliefs, there's nothing more motivating than a belief. People will fight you over their beliefs. They will. They will cut you. I mean, my God, people have died. And not only died like in their sleep. We're not talking about dying in their sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's natural causes. We're talking about people have died horrifically as a result of someone else's belief. Am I right or wrong? And we that type. I mean, we go hard for the beliefs. I mean, I'm sure every race does. It's two of us at the forefront though. Two of us is kind of the case study in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But everybody else, they got their, I'm not saying they don't have their shit. But to some people, depending on who looks, shit varies. I mean, in a way, that's kind of a petty um point of view. It's kind of a self-serving point of view. I went through shit. You ain't talking about shit, and I don't know. We find a way to insert ego into everything. That's just us, and that's what we have to work with or against, and evolve because we add ego into everything. So I'm really on this phone the whole time. And see, let me tell you something about me too. I'm being transparent, y'all. I'm being real. See, in my head, I'm probably already talking shit in my head because it's like I don't really want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this as a formality. Now, trust and believe, I will take an accountability on I stay on the phone and listen. I'm taking accountability in that regard because I have to, even to talk about it. I can't just be a walking hypocrite. I am compliant in in the foolery. I'm saying that, and I will admit to that. But I'm just telling you my experience. So I'm listening. I don't even want to hear this bullshit. This person always got some shit going on. This is nothing new. It's always going to be something. They don't get it. They're slow. I've been telling you this since forever. And then I'm sitting over here. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of going in, because we all got to show. Then I got to sit up. And not only am I being logical. See, now it has turned into conversation. So now we're out of the mental part and we're into the conversation of what's going on on this phone. Okay. It's a lot going on with me on the phone. So all of this is being said. I'm like, this is some bullshit. So I just went on ahead and was like, look here. It is so easy. And you know what? I might be that child that parents be like, ooh, you. It is so easy to always point at the other person. I'm getting into the trauma and drama bonding. But we still at the talk. We about to lead into the story. Well, we kind of teetering. We really about to get into this story. It's a lot going on here. Okay, first of all, you know this person is ridiculous as fuck. But okay, let's get off that train. Let's get on to the deeper end of this. The objective end of this. Everybody got their own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Everybody's evolving at different rates. Everybody has their own storm going on. Okay. And depending on who's looking, is who's saying what's worse. At the end of the day, where your part come in, and it will always be, is are you going to take part in the foolery? Are you going to enable it? Are you going to coddle it? Or are you going to say fuck it and walk away? That's where it comes. And this is what I be talking about, accountability, because it's got to be, what part are you playing in this masquerade? What part are you playing in it? Because I'm telling you, and I promise you, if you really looked at it honestly, people talk shit or whatever, but people really don't give a fuck about what you got going on. Not for real. If people really care, they would be donating to the cause. You see what people care about, they go out and buy it. They ain't giving you shit. So they care. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a way that I would never want anything bad to happen to you. I wish your best. I wish you the best. I wish abundance and all that on you. But yeah, if it come to me carrying you on my back, no, that's where the caring ends. Ain't nobody trying to pick up extra stress and burdens. Not for real. And see, the problem why we sit up and fall out with motherfuckers is because we want everybody to carry our burdens. And then when when the other person don't do it, they don't carry your bullshit. They don't carry your trauma and your drama. You get mad. Oh, but the reason you get mad is because that is what we are used to. So back to the situation, back to the hookup. I don't even know. It be killing me, right? my whole message was, after I got done hearing all these shenanigans, my thing was like this, right? You didn't already jumped in it. You already consider what's already been done. You already then went head first into this situation. Now you want to stop? Now you calling this quits. Why stop now? Oh no, please keep going full fledged, full speed ahead, Godspeed, because you had jumped in it. So now this conversation led to the trauma and the drama part, and I had to address this, right? So this one loved one was talking about the other loved one, and they were saying, well, if this person had did this, that, and the third, blah 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 blah. I get that, but here go my thing. If you have sat there, see, we think because people out there fooling, if it's not obnoxious, in your face, over the top, you know, it's not big deal. No, being complicit in some bullshit, it can be just as bad as that person that's showing their ass. You were still complicit with them, and see, that's what we don't take an account of. That's what we don't check. So my thing is if this person was acting a fool and doing all this as you say, and I don't deny, I'm just not confirming for plausible deniability and to remain objective. If this individual was showing their ass, like you say, well, then you still played a part in the demise of this storm that you're calling me about, because you don't know what people that are watching you, and I'm trying to talk as general as I can, but still about me. So, you can read in between the lines all you want. I feel free to, but I'm just not saying it. So, whatever you believe it. Shit, I don't care. You if you sat up and was complicit in that shit, meaning you kept your mouth shut, you allowed it to go on, you never had any fight about it, you just whatever. If you doormat in situations, what do you think the onlookers are thinking? That does affect these type of behaviors. If these type of behaviors are going on in your home, okay? If one of you is showing your ass, you're obnoxious, you loud, you verbally abusive, you might be verbally or physically or both. If you got all that type of chaos going on in your spirit and you can't control yourself, and then you got another individual that sits there and takes it, both of you are in the wrong. And if you got kids, you're going to affect your kids, because you're going to be, it's all, your kids always going to have a distorted perception of what the fuck is going on. They see the truth, but it's hard to really be in it because there is a truth, but there's still a part that they don't know because they wasn't you or that other person, right? So my thing is, as me, as the person that I am, right? I'm going to sit up and take responsibility, because I can acknowledge, I can accept the fact that you are human. And this is what I'm saying. If y'all got some hookups, notice with people that you are falling out with and you just can't understand. Know that everybody is living a human experience. We'll say that. Everybody is wearing these avatars. Whatever you are under this motherfucker, I don't know. Okay, because this is just, I'm keeping it friendly for everybody, because whatever you are up under this skin suit, that's your business. But we in the skin suit. So we experiencing life as such. But you got to know that and accept that, and just know that whatever you got going on in your household, it's still going to go into your children. And whatever that is, nobody's judging you. But I'm saying, for you to be sane and have peace of mind, you got to just be real and upfront with yourself. And see, so I was, and I went on and went deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the shit. And I was trying not to get too deep because I didn't want to piss the individual off, but I was just being quite frank, you know. And what I realized, and I had to articulate to this individual, I said, "Do you notice that we don't ever get on the phone? Listen to what I'm saying. Do you notice we don't never get on the phone other than to talk about trauma and drama?" And then see, we wonder why, when this is the topic of our conversation in the form of our bonds, we wonder why the bonds we begin to form further are dysfunctional and ridiculous as fuck. And we are worrying ourselves and other people with this shit. We all, you see, people in the bullshit, people that always got the bullshit going on, they always bringing people into their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about how the bullshitter needs an audience. I don't know. I don't get it. I want somebody to tell me what that is about. Because why do you need a grandstanding grand finale to your bullshit? Why do people have to have front row seats to that? Fix that. Clean that up. Stop inviting me into that. Stop inviting me to your bullshit. We gotta stop doing that to people. For real. We gotta stop giving people front row seats and tickets to bullshit. We gotta stop giving people gift cards to bullshit like that's some kind of honor. Don't nobody need to be in your shit, homie. Stop it. But see, when we got trauma and drama going on in our households growing up, that is all we know. So for us to feel some semblance of normal as we would regard it to be, right? What we're used to. Normal is just what we used to. We think like normal is some kind of gauge, like people that ain't they're not fucked up. They're we call that normal. No, normal is just what you're used to. Everybody has their normal, okay? So dysfunction and trauma begins to be your normal because that's all you know. So if it ain't going on, you think something's wrong. And when it's not going on, you go over there and create it. And then you become a victim to that same shit. And this cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. Now, here's the problem that I have. Here it is in the melanated community. We've been on this cycle for too long. We're too intelligent. We're too savvy. We're too soulful. We're too a lot of shit to be still on the same wheel. It's got to stop. We want to be so controlling. Everything has to have a label. Everything has to be right or wrong. Everything has to be in order or out of order, respectful or disrespectful. We enter ego into everything, and that's why we so goddamn judgmental. I'm just saying. Is anybody understanding me? So I had to further tell that family member, this person be having this shit going on because this is what they're used to. And the only way for them stop, see, we want to look at people and be like, don't they know better? That don't make no sense. Don't they heard that? Yeah, but that's what they used to. They're used to this nonsense. So I'm saying they got the tolerance for the shit. You don't have the tolerance for the shit because even though you was in it or part of it, you stay in denial. So you always want to feel you above the shit, but stop it. You contributed to this shit now. Y'all not gonna worry me. Stop it. Why do we be doing this? I don't get it. Mm-mm. 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 I had to turn TikTok off.
Of your life. This mess.
My bad. I had to turn TikTok off, y'all. Can y'all tell me why? Tell me why. Just tell me why. I want it that way. The only way I want it is for people to stop worrying the shit out of me about this dumb shit. That's what I want. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna be real 100 with y'all. Can I be transparent? I'm gonna do it anyway. Um, See, I be ready just to block people, everybody, and just sayonara. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, when I consider the option, to be like, damn, that might be a little harsh. That might be a little out cold. But they made the block button. Sometimes we gotta know when we have been given something to benefit us. We have to be able to see it. We have to be able to see it, and not just get too emotionally involved with it. Just appreciate it for what it is. Block is powerful. Block. You're a block. The block button. I'm writing this down. That's a whole sermon in this. Shit. Listen here. I have taken up enough of you people's time. Thank you so much for watching. Give me your feedback. I'll be going in. Sometimes I have my rants. You know, s- that's me. That's my style. I'm more of a rantier type of person and a very illustrated one. You know, whatever the fuck that shit is. I'm that. Yeah. Animated. That's what it is. I'm animated and I rant. So that's just what, sometimes I try to keep it like we in a classroom, but this works good for me. So yeah, hopefully that you will like this, share it, subscribe. Wherever I drop the ball, please go ahead and throw it in the comments and we'll pick it back up. We will pick it back up. Okay? We will pick it back up. All right, y'all.